money is seriously involved. I'm by name Mr. OBE EMMANUEL JP.
Are you from a wealthy background?
No, please.
Did your parents have to spend more because of your condition?
Definitely, because everything about the blind, money is seriously involved.
At what age do you start schooling?
I started schooling at the age of 8.
What made you start at the age of 8?
My parents were not aware that students with visual impairments have schools where they can be educated.
Is it common for students with visual impairment to start education at the age of 8, or they can start earlier?
They can start earlier provided they have access to information that will inform their parents that there are schools around where their children with blindness can be trained.
As an expert and specialist, do you think poverty is a significant factor limiting the education of persons with visual impairment?
Yes, poverty is an important factor because everything about the education of the blind requires money. Even to buy the cheapest equipment costs a fortune, like the typewriter that is being used by the blind instead of the normal Bible costs not less than 15,000. The braille machine is almost ₦1 million now.
What do you think can be done to help persons with visual impairment with the case of poverty affecting the education of persons with visual impairment?
Well, I think government, together with philanthropists and philanthropic organizations, can come together and put in place scholarship programs so as to get them out of poverty.
Can education eradicate poverty for persons with visual impairment?
Yes, education to some extent can be of help in eradicating poverty. But the problem is that it is money that will be needed to educate someone that is visually impaired. If the person is educated as a visually impaired person, he will not take to street begging as a profession, because there are some people that believe in street begging. So for the individual that wants to fight poverty, the person must be educated, but interestingly, it is money that will be needed to train up the individual. And if the person has no money, there is no way. So the individual will still have to, struggle with his able-bodied counterparts in order to get something done. The government is putting things in place to ensure that persons with visual impairment are educated. They have established some special schools where they are being trained, and they can go to any height in life, even up to the tertiary level. Non-governmental organizations too are giving them helping hands where they find it necessary or needed to do so.
Are they really being taught well in those schools?
Those schools, many of them have is that they use obsolete materials to teach, and that may not be in the best interest of students with visual impairments.
Thank you very much, sir.